The Jharkhand High Court has granted bail to Hemant Soren. Soren has been granted bail in the land scam case. That's the latest that's coming in. The former Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Hemant Soren, has been granted bail by the High Court of Jharkhand in the land scam case. We have my colleague Brijesh Pandey now joining us with the latest from our newsroom. Brijesh, big relief coming in for Hemant Soren.
Well, absolutely. Not only big relief, I think, it will be a relief for other leaders who are incarcerated in various other enforcement directorate cases. This particular case was related to, whether who owns 8.5 acre of land. And we saw high voltage drama which was happening in the state of Jharkhand, when Hemant Soren was declared sitting chief minister, was declared absconding, and when they came, an enforcement directorate along with an army of policemen and CRPF went there, and he was taken into custody. Then he went and resigned and was sent to jail. His lawyers have constantly argued before the court, before the apex court as well, saying that if it is proved that the 8.5 acre of land belongs to Hemant Soren, then he will quit politics. And they also went on to say that this cannot be decided, the ownership cannot be decided merely on the basis of a WhatsApp forward or something like that. So one thing is very clear, that this particular relief, though we don't know, I would add that we don't know the exact reason or on the basis of which the relief was granted by the Honorable High Court, but this is a big development as far as the politics of Jharkhand is concerned. Krishna?
Big development coming in from the politics of Jharkhand. What does it mean for Hemant Soren from here on? Is a former Chief Minister, Brijesh, as you're rightly pointing out, this is could be the precedent for all other enforcement directorate related cases. But what does it specifically mean for Hemant Soren?
Well, this would be specifically only for the Hemant Soren case, and I think it's a big fillip as far as Hemant Soren is concerned, because he had made Champai Soren the Chief Minister of Jharkhand, but all is not well as far as the family is concerned. There's a tussle going on between his sister-in-law and his wife, who's also going to contest the next assembly to make sure that she gets into the assembly. One thing is very clear, that if Hemant Soren gets out on bail, he gets out of bail, which he will oppose the High Court verdict, and the ED is definitely going to challenge in the apex court. It is going to be a much needed breather as far as JMM is concerned, and it will also bolster his image and politics as far as the election is concerned. Remember, elections in Jharkhand is likely to take place early next year, so Hemant Soren being on bail will be a big booster dose as far as JMM is concerned. Krishna?
Right, Brijesh, more than 25 people, including Soren, IAS officer and former Ranchi Deputy Commissioner Chavi Ranjan, Bhanu Pratap Prasad and others were arrested by the ED as part of the investigation into this land scam case. So what will it mean for the others who have been arrested?
Well, I think, once we get to know the exact reasons and the arguments which has been put forward by the High Court when they accepted the bail plea of Hemant Soren, it'll become a lot more clearer. But, one person getting bail in a particular case in which others are also incarcerated behind bars, it is definitely being seen as a relief for them as well. So we'll have to wait and watch whether it's a standalone staccato case of relief for Hemant Soren, or whether this will have bearing on the bail applications of all others, senior IAS officers and others who have been put behind bar by the enforcement directorate. Krishna?
As the latest coming in, Brijesh Pandey there telling us the latest as far as the land scam case in Jharkhand is concerned. Bear in mind, Hemant Soren had strongly denied these land grabbing charges against him, saying that the money laundering case was foisted against him by the BJP-led central government as part of a political vendetta. And now the latest we understand is that Jharkhand High Court has granted bail to former Chief Minister Hemant Soren. He was arrested on the 31st of January from the Ranchi Raj Bhavan, minutes after he resigned as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand. And now, nearly 5 months down the line, Hemant Soren has been granted bail in the land scam case. It's a case that involves corruption and manipulation of over 600 crore rupees. And Brijesh, he was, accused of being part of the land mafia, and whereas Hemant Soren had completely denied anything to do with this case and said that this is just a matter of political vendetta.
Well, absolutely. This is what Hemant Soren's lawyer Kapil Sibal said in the Apex court, and also in various other courts. They have said that if the enforcement directorate is able to prove conclusively that the 8.5-acre land of parcel of land belongs to Hemant Soren, he will quit politics. And the Apex court has said at that point of time had said that you have to follow the order and you have to go back to High Court if you want to seek any relief in this particular matter. And I think this particular bail which has been accepted by bail which has been granted by the Jharkhand High Court, it is a big relief for Hemant Soren. It will be very interesting to see how this maps out, because Jharkhand is, as I said, Jharkhand is going to go to polls early next year, and this will be a big morale booster as far as JMM is concerned.
Jharkhand will be going to polls, and this is going to be a major morale booster for Hemant Soren, is the word coming in from Brijesh. Also, do you see the proceedings of this case having a major impact as far as the political landscape in Jharkhand is concerned?
Well, if you talk about legally, we'll have to wait and watch and wait for the the entire order to come out and see how whether this is a particular kind of relief which has been granted to Hemant Soren, or whether this will have bearing on the other accused who are behind bars as of now. Put behind bars by the enforcement directorate. That we'll have to see. But if you look at the political landscape of Jharkhand, it will have a big bearing, because now Hemant Soren will come out, and we saw Arvind Kejriwal and the kind of impact he had. He will come out and he will definitely cry foul in saying that this is a part of a vendetta which is being carried over by the centre, using enforcement directorate to put him behind bars and to rob him of his chief minister just because he belongs to the Adivasi or the tribal community. I think the JMM will go hammer and tongs using this particular a line of argument to drive maximum political mileage, because they would, going by the changed landscape, when Hemant Soren went behind bars, it was a completely different political landscape, and when Hemant Soren will be coming out of bars, it will be a completely changed political landscape, where the opposition now also has a lot of power and bandwidth as far as the central parliament is concerned, and also other places concerned. So now it is not the situation, when Hemant Soren was sent behind bars, and the opposition would also want to use this particular case study to buttress home the point that how ED and CBI was misused. This was, as per the opposition claim. Krishna?